Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to a Scorpio's journey. I'm Kenya, and I'm so glad you're here. I am a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Pisces rising, so I can definitely relate to my Scorpios. I am a lover of tarot as a journaling tool, and I've been using it for many, many years to support my own emotional and spiritual well-being. And I've recently had a calling to share my insights with the world. Now, I have to say, I'm not in the medical profession, I'm not in the financial profession. I'm not in the legal profession. I'm not a licensed counselor of any kind. I do not sell personal tarot readings. I'm just rising to a challenge that the universe put out there for me to share my intuitive guidance and interpretations of tarot with other people. And I hope you'll join me as we build this community. So if the messages resonate with you, please consider subscribing to this channel, as well as liking and sharing this video. Now, this channel is specifically for Scorpios, so I really do want to go deep into the transformational journeys that I know, you know, Scorpio, we like to have. So I will be doing weekly general readings, but I'll also do monthly readings covering all aspects of the astrological chart. So each month we'll go really deep, doing separate readings for every house, from the first house all the way to the 12th house. But today we're going to focus on the 5th house. But before we get started, I was reading my daily affirmation, and Spirit asked me to share this with you. When we acknowledge our mistakes and own up to our weaknesses, no one can use them against us. Self-awareness is key, Scorpio. So there you have it. So now we can get started. So this reading is during the month of January, but again, we're going to be focusing on the 5th house of pleasure and creativity. Now, this is a general reading, so not all of the messages will, be relevant for you. But I honestly believe that there's, something for everyone in every message. Now I'm showing here the visualization of the 5th house from the Black Moon Astrology Oracle deck. It's number 29. It says 5th house creativity. And the 5th house is, ruled by the zodiac sign Leo. And the planet, the sun. And it's all about just pleasure and creativity and, beautiful childhood memories, the bliss of childhood. It's about you being on the stage or being in the limelight. It's about hobbies, what you like to do for fun, the passions that you have. It's about social activities, right? Parties, gatherings, having a vibrant social life. And it's just about all of the ways that you express yourself creatively. This could also, has to do with the beginning of a romance. So all of that stuff that really sort of brings us pleasure. So as we pull tarot and oracle cards today, we're going to be looking at them and interpreting them from the context of the 5th house of creativity. So we're going to start by pulling a few of the spirit animal oracle cards. Happy New Year, Scorpio! I hope you had a great holiday season, and I wish you all the best of luck, lots of love and happiness for the new year 2023. So do a couple of shuffles here, get the energy of the deck going, and we'll see what we get around the 5th house of pleasure and creativity. So we've got sea turtle, conservation, make conscious choices, and then we also have field mouse, Success, believe in yourself and dare to dream big. So let's just take that in for a minute. I mean, this sea turtle cards, to me, this is, all about, Mother Earth energy and making sure that, as we go about everything we do, that we've got, Mother Earth in our minds. I'm just thinking, I'm really reacting to this conservation piece here. If I think about this from the fifth house, and the fifth house is also about travel too. And just, going on journeys and adventurous journeys. And so, as we, go about having fun, I do think it's important that we limit the footprint, the footprints that we leave behind. And then also I think of this, in conservation, just in terms of, there could be, a little bit, there could be something, to be said about having a little too much fun. Right? So everything in moderation, Scorpio. We need to just be conscious of, as we're indulging, whether it's, food or activities, to not overdo it. And then we've got field mouse, success, believe in yourself and dare to dream big. The fifth house is all about accomplishing goals. These could be goals big or small. And, as I think about the field mouse is, a little small creature, especially in the kind of big old field. But any goals that you set for yourself, especially as we're going into 2023, there are those big lofty goals that we have, that we also, of course, want to be working towards, but there are those also small, everyday, more mundane, detailed, task-oriented goals that we should be thinking about. So, step by step, task by task, gets us to those larger goals. So, there's big time success, but then also there's, the small successes. They all count in the scheme of things, Scorpio. I'm going to pull from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. What kind of hobbies do you guys have? What do you guys like to do in your spare time? Let me know in the comments what gives you pleasure. And keep it clean, please. The fifth house of creativity is about, sort of like casual sex. It's not, about long-term relationships, but, you maybe about making, a little booty call here and there. I'm going to keep it clean today, Scorpio. Okay, I think one more shuffle will do it here. We'll see what Spirit wants to say to us. One more. In the context of the fifth house of pleasure and creativity. So we've got focus, and then love. Ooh, just as we were talking about a little love there, Scorpio. This is focus, and again, I think about too. I just really just resonates with me as we were talking about those goals that we might set for ourselves for this year. So whether they are long-term or again short-term goals. Right now, you may need to make sure you're exceptionally focused on those, particularly those small ones. Again, I know oftentimes we'll, think about those sort of big picture goals that we have, and that's great. That's fine. But in order to, again, get and to meet, some of those bigger goals. There's the smaller day-to-day, more detailed goals that maybe we should be focused on at this time, Scorpio. And then we've got love, which I think is just very, very beautiful. So, right now, there, could be the beginnings of a long-term relationship for you, Scorpio. We don't know right now. You guys, you may have met someone just recently over the holidays as you were out socializing with friends and family, and that's great. I think right now it's just really more about just discovering each other. Discovering what your likes are, what your dislikes are, what your pleasures are, and maybe not so much in the context of this relationship, focusing on long-term goals. Just live in the moment. Just enjoy each other's company right now, Scorpio. Who knows? It may lead to something longer term, but let's, just be open. The house, the fifth house is also just about being open-minded, right? Willing to try things. And, whether or not right now this pans out into something long-term, let's just wait and see. So that's interesting. Some of you may have some goals around, trying to find long-term love. That might be where your mind is focused on right now. You want to find somebody to, have fun with on a longer term. So that could very well be someone's goal for this year, and that's fine. Again, just, at the very beginning, as you're, scoping people out, I think just keep an open mind. Just, just have fun. When you're not as focused on romance, sometimes it just sort of hits you out of the blue. And so maybe, if this is pertaining to romance, just an opportunity just to, put that in the back of your mind. Just enjoy each other's company right now. Now I'm going to pull a money card and see what we get. If there's anything that Spirit wants to talk about in terms of money, career, and finance in the context of the fifth house of creativity. Let's see, whether or not it actually pertains to money and career. Again, it's all about metaphors, and so we can get messages out of all types of oracle decks. I love this deck. It just, it vibrates. It's like in my hand. I don't know. For Scorpio, we Scorpios love money. It might be a money thing. So this deck may be vibrating to me because I love money. But let's see what it says today, just in terms of the fifth house of creativity. So we've got trust. It says the universe is asking you to trust that your needs will be met. There is a spiritual reason why you're experiencing this cycle, and this is a good time to connect with your spirit guides. So whatever may be happening for you, Scorpio, just in the, from a money and career aspect, you may be trying to monetize, some creative talents you have. That's great. We are in a big old gig economy where people are doing their own thing and they're trying to make money, doing the things they love. That's great. You might not be where you want to be with that right now, but just trust. Spirit says that there's, something that's going to come for you soon, and you have to trust that until you start to see some of those material rewards, that your needs will be taken care of. And then we have angelic help. Oh, wow. So, how related are these two cards? Saying the same thing. So it actually says, this is a time to trust in the universe and know you will be provided for. Didn't I just say that? Yes. There's a career or blessing lining up for you, so stay positive and believe. And then pay attention to the signs your angels send to you during this time. So, again, some of us may be wanting to, turn some of our creative talents into a profession. We might want to, we might be thinking about, setting up our own business. And, from a monetary standpoint, you might be struggling right now. Trust, Spirit's got your back right now. In fact, Spirit is supporting you in your efforts. You may want to take some time out. Scorpio, do you have a meditation routine? You may want to just take, a couple of minutes out every day to meditate. Spirit is clear to us through these messages here that Spirit wants to co-create with you. So there might be some messages, some signs, some signals that's, this is how Spirit talks to us. And a lot of times we can only get those by being quiet. But to me, just the overall message here is that, Scorpio, Spirit is on your side. Now I'm going to pull a couple of overarching tarot cards here. This is the Druid Tarot deck. And we'll see what the overarching tarot messages are around the 5th house of creativity and pleasure. Ooh. I think one more. This here too, again, we talked about maybe there could be the beginning of a romance for you, Scorpio, but, this love could also be around, spiritual love. Again, Spirit loves you, the universe loves you, the divine loves you, however you, whatever you call your higher power, but clearly there's love around you right now. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles. And then also the 6 of Cups. Now this is definitely 5th house energy, Scorpio. But let's start with the 3 of Pentacles first. So this is, all about talent and what you do and what you do well. Scorpio. So the 3 of Pentacles is around self-mastery. It's about mastering a specific skill. It's about what you're really good at. It's about doing, earning a living, doing something you love. It's about taking pride in your work and others being inspired by your work. So you can see this guy right here. He's hammering out something onto the stone here, but he's got 3 other people off to the side, just looking at what he does and admiring his work. So you're being noticed for your creativity right now, Scorpio. And, potentially there is an opportunity for you actually to collaborate with people on some creative project that also is a good representation of what the 3 of Pentacles is. Very interesting. Again, this, could be your wanting to work with some other people, or you being rewarded or recognized for what you do. This could, to me, this also means that you are sort of the subject matter expert on something. You're the skill master. So this is very nice in terms of the fifth house of creativity. And then we've got the Six of Cups. Again, the Six of Cups is a really good energetic representation of the fifth house, and that, you know, the fifth house is about childhood and just all of the fun and the bliss and the fun memories around childhood. And that's what the Six of Cups represents as well. It's about pleasant memories. It's about what's familiar and comfortable to you. You know, this is about, you know, your childhood friends and people coming back from the past. It could be about your inner child. It could be about your children. But, you know, essentially it's about feeling safe and feeling cared for. You know, that it's in the you know, that we kind of pulled it out with the Three of Pentacles. Again, this is about collaboration. So there could be somebody coming back from your past, Scorpio, that you might want to collaborate with on a creative endeavor. Or, you know, this could be about your picking up a hobby that you had as a child. You may have let that go, and now you're coming back to it, and you've been practicing. You've been, you know, taking some classes. You've been, you know, just gaining your skill in that particular area. So that could also be true for some of you. I'm just going to now wanted to get my Marquetti deck. I think this is Marquetti. And we can pull some of the main tarot messages around the fifth house of creativity. I mean, definitely, I do not want to pull that. That was the Two of Wands, just in case it happens, but I do not take up pop-ups. Oh, there's another. There's Three of Cups. That's definitely fifth house energy. And we've got Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords. So I just, you know, those were a lot of cards. I show them, Scorpio, in case, you know, they mean something for you intuitively. You know, for me, I'm just sometimes clumsy with the cards, and I don't always trust that they are messages from spirit. Sometimes I do. And, you know, when a card falls out intuitively, or if I feel like it should be part of the message for the day, then I certainly include it. But definitely in that case, you know, I don't think so. We'll see if they come out. Okay, messages, tarot messages around the fifth house of creativity. So the first one we have is, let's just make sure we can kind of see that here. We've got the Six of Wands. So we kind of knew this. We talked about you being recognized and rewarded for something, Scorpio, and that's certainly what the Six of Wands are all about. We've got strength. That is Leo energy. Of course, Leo does rule the fifth house. So that's interesting. And then Seven of Cups, 10 of Cups, which is, oh, so beautiful. Again, pleasure, happiness, very much related to the fifth house. The Page of Swords and the Moon. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. In fact, let's just sort of start with the Ace of Cups. I love this. So, you know, for some of you, this could be about the beginnings of love. We have the love card here. The Ace of Cups definitely is all about the start of a relationship. You know, it's the start of a new relationship or renewed love. It could be about the birth of a child. Again, you know, the fifth house does stand for your first child or your firstborn. So some of you may be getting some news that you're pregnant. And then, the fifth house is just all about divine, the Ace of Cups here is just all about divine blessings as well. So just the universe sending blessings your way. We see here in the other cards, we talked about the universe supporting you and the universe having your back. So that is definitely a reinforced message here. And so then we have the Six of Wands. So again, the Six of Wands is all about rewards and recognition. People seeing the work that you do and really admiring what you have to offer. It's about victory. It's about success, but it's success based on your own efforts, right? It's also about your ability to inspire others. So again, there's something creatively, Scorpio, that you are putting out in the world. It's gaining you some recognition and attention. And is inspiring others. Here, you could be asked to take on a leadership role too. So if this is about work, maybe you're being asked to, take on some extra responsibility or to lead a team. It's all good. It's about victory, success, and fame. And it's anchored here by the Ten of Cups, which is just, pure bliss. And pure happiness. It is definitely a energy that's supported by the fifth house. And so the Ten of Cups often is around, has to do with family. A rewarding family life. It could be about, strong and trustworthy relationships you have. It's about feeling blessed, feeling loved. It's about your all of your emotional needs being met. It's ultimate happiness, Scorpio. And so, right now you're in it to win it. People are admiring you. People see the value that you bring. You are being rewarded for your creative talents. And that is leading to some emotional bliss for you. And then we've got the Strength card here too. So Scorpio, strength is, this is the Leo card in the tarot deck. And that strength is all about just that quiet influence that you have over people. It's not about you bullying anybody into something or pushing, someone into getting your way or doing your will. It's that quiet influence that you have. And, that makes sense to me too right now, just because I think people are just, feeling you. You've inspired people too. And so, with that, comes, a level of trust that you've garnered, from people. And, that is bolstering your sort of, your inner strength, and your ability to influence and lead people. But it's anchored here by the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is not my favorite card, not my favorite court card. This is a court card, and court cards can represent your energy. It can represent other people's energy, or it can represent a situation. The whole idea around, to me, just the Page of Swords is just curiosity. Pages are also about new beginnings. Learning something. It could be around, messages. But the overarching, concept around the Page of Swords is around curiosity, being curious, also being alert to your surroundings. It could also mean, delayed or disappointing news. I'm not sure that I see that here, Scorpio, what it could be too, I don't know. There could be, this thought around, again, you may be being recognized for your work, but from for some creative endeavor, but right now you might not be seeing any material reward from it. There might be some delay there, and Spirit is telling you, okay, you have to trust that it's going to come. So it could be you're needing to have strength that way. The Page of Swords is also, it's fun. He's I mean, not that he's fun. I don't think that's what I mean to say. I mean to say that he's got this quick wit. He's got this sarcastic humor. So that may be you right now, Scorpio. You might be witty. This could be about, your chatty nature too, that people are enjoying and are drawn to right now. But I don't know. I do think this has to do with timing. And just that, the monetary timing or the material rewards are not aligning with, the recognition that you're seeing. And so we also have the Seven of Cups here. And, the Seven of Cups says, to kind of keep your options open and to kind of, think about, all of the different possibilities. So, you see here all of the different options that are represented in these cups. So there are choices. You've got options, Scorpio. So right now you might be exploring some options, again, as you're trying to think about how to make money with, your creative talent. You might be exploring some options around that. Or you might be, this card also represents dreaming. So you might be dreaming about what's possible. There could be a decision. Again, as you explore options, there ultimately has to be a decision about what you want to do. In a negative aspect of this card, it could be, represents confusion, or you're not sure what to do, especially as it's supported by the Moon card here, Scorpio. So the Moon card does represent lack of clarity, not being able to see the full picture. It could represent fear too. So, again, from a, just when you're not sure what to do, there could be some fear around that. But it also does represent imagination, creativity. It does sit very nicely with the whole 5th house of creativity. So you may be very, very feeling very creative right now. But I do think that there's some decision, some options, something, a choice that's in front of you, Scorpio. It's got great possibility, but you need to be able to explore, all of the options that are in front of you. It's very good energy here, Scorpio. You clearly have, some talent, something that you want to put out there and share with the world. But there's a little bit of uncertainty here. You've got some paths that you can take, but universe says trust. There's no wrong path right now here, Scorpio, with with the cards that are on the table. Trust that the universe has your back. Now, I will take the Kipper cards here and see if we can get some additional clarification. On these tarot cards. There's something new, some new opportunity for happiness, for pleasure, Scorpio. We just have to think about the timing of this. We tend to get impatient, especially when we're trying to create something or to do something that where we want to make money. We want to see immediate results, and Spirit might be telling us there's a little more trust we need to put in. There's things might not come exactly right away, but it will happen. And so we've got Privileged Lady. Number 12, change, and distant horizons. That came up upside down, but I don't really read upside down. And then under here we have child. So clear, I mean, again, you know, if you are, I hopefully, you know, if you're wanting a child, the cards are here for that happening. You know, we've got the Ace of Cups, with, you know, speaks to the birth of us, to birth and new birth and pregnancy. We've got the child card here. The 5th house does represent your firstborn. We've got love. So, you know, love here could also mean, you know, the love of a child. So if you're wanting to have a child, I think this could be very possible for you in 2023, Scorpio. So we also have here the Privileged Lady. So this is number 12 in the Kipper deck. You know, this fits very nice as it, you know, is supporting the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. You know, the Privileged Lady is all about living the good life. It's definitely 10 of Cups energy. It's about fun. It's about creativity. It's about having no worries. This could be a female friend. Again, sitting on top of this card, I don't think so. I think this is just all about you're just being very blissed and feeling privileged right now. You are in the limelight. And then we have the 9 here, which is the change card. You know, this represents change of all kinds. This could be, you know, a job change. This could be, you know, you're moving. It could be any type of change now. So there could be some changes that have had, I mean, we'd have to kind of, I'm not sure what that could be, what this means for you. It might mean, you know, that might be why, you know, the Strength card is coming up. You know, there could be some sort of change that has caused a delay of some kind, Scorpio, and maybe reason, you know, our Spirit is telling you to just hold on and to have a little bit of strength. So that could be, might want to do a little more to clarify that. And then we've got distant horizons. So this is number 36. And again, this sort of speaks to timing a little bit too. So when we get this card, you know, it speaks to, you know, something to look forward to. It's not necessarily something that's, you know, going to be immediate. It's also about opening your mind and having a, you know, thinking about something from a different perspective. It's about having a silver lining, right? So seeing the silver lining in a cloud situation. You know, as it sits atop the 7 of Cups and the Moon, I do think, you know, maybe this is about, again, you know, the 7 of Cups is about dreams. The Moon is about dreams. So you might be just having some big dreams now, Scorpio, about what's possible. Spirit is telling you to, yes, dream big. There's something in your future that you have to look forward to. Now, I'm going to, in the reading with a couple of the Keepers of the Light deck. I love ending with the positive messages from this deck. You know, Scorpio, I just think that it's a fun time for you. You're putting yourself out there. There's some talents that you are sharing with the world. And, you know, there's an opportunity for you to be, you know, emotionally and spiritually happy with this creative talent that you have. You just might not, you know, be reaping the monetary rewards from that right now. And Spirit is saying to you to trust it will happen. For others of you, you know, there might be a baby on the way. Now we got that change card. That could be the change that's, happening for you in 2023. Scorpio, again, the pages do represent, kids, children. So, that could certainly be true for some of you, in which case I think congratulations are in order. But just really, really a happy time for you right now, Scorpio. That conservation card, the sea turtle card here again, making conscious choices again. Like if you're pregnant, you need to be thinking, taking some second thoughts in terms of what you're putting into your body, what you're eating, what activities you're doing. So there might be, need to be some kind of focused thought there. I'm just saying. So we've got, what's this, Dwal Kal? Is that how you say it? I don't know how to say his name, but I do appreciate the message. So it's Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So it may not come all at once. I think we talked about steps earlier in the reading when we talked about goals. Right? So a step-by-step approach to your bigger goals, Scorpio. And then we also have Commander Ashtar, call to action. So take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. So very, very nice message there. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, Scorpio. I hope you got some insights from this message. Please, please, please consider subscribing to my channel, especially if this message was relevant for you. Please share with another Scorpio in your life, and don't forget to give it a like. So until next time,